Hello everyone, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream. And today, a couple of things I want to talk about. First, I want to talk about this YouTube Sports Cards All-Star team. And I also want to give you guys kind of like a health update. That's what's happening in my life. I usually don't have videos showing no cards, no cards, but this is going to be one of them. And it's just really to thank everybody in this community for all of the things that they've done for me in my life. And it's just more than a community. It's a group of friends and close friends. That's what it's really all about. And first, I want to thank Eric for doing this YouTube Sports Cards All-Star team. And as you can see, I've been selected again for the 2025 YouTube All-Star team. And Eric and Scott are Reindeer Studios, and they have done this pretty much every year. And Eric is 4-leaf cards, by the way. So it's 4-leaf cards, and Scott created these things, and Eric is the one that finished them off by putting all this. If you haven't seen his videos, I'll put a link to his channel, how he creates these stars. It's a lot of work he puts into these. And I won the Coach Award for 2025. And, you know, I've also won the Coach Award in 2024. I also won for All-Star in 2024. Before I was selected to the Hall of Fame. And I also won the All-Star in 2023. So those are all great and wonderful, and I love you guys for doing this, and thank you all for voting me in, and especially earlier this year that I was voted into the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. And these are all great awards, and I truly appreciate them all, but it really all comes down to the people in this hobby and what they do for each other. And I think that's really the main thing that I get out of this YouTube. The awards are great, it's awesome, and you know, I don't show them off to brag or anything, because there's more important things in life than awards, and they're long-term friendships. And that's what I've gotten out of this YouTube, not just for, you know, content creators who are the guy who votes on this, but really more for the people that comment on my videos. And I've made so many friends that I can't name them all, but I'm gonna name a few guys that have gone above and beyond. And as you know, I've got lung cancer, and I had an operation where they removed 1/3 of my lung because I had a tumor in one of my lungs. And that was a scary situation there, because you know, anytime that you have to remove a 1/3 of your lung, and it's so close to your heart that it could, you know, it could be complications. And you know, the doctor told me, oh no, you're good, you know, you can have an 85% chance of survival. I'm going, well, I'm looking at the negative, but you know, I thank God for going through this process, because what it's done, it's really made me, you know, more religious and more prayerful and thankful for the life that I do have and for the life that I'm living today. Because I think that, you know, God puts you in some situations where they challenge you, and He challenges you every single day. And sometimes the worst situations and the worst things that happen end up being some of the best things that happen. And that's really where I'm going at today, because, you know, I found out right before I went to Strongsville that I needed to get the operation. And of course, I didn't want to tell anybody there, you know, but I did tell a couple of people. I told Mike Baseball Collector, and Mike Petty, that I was going to have this operation. And later I did a video on it right before, just to let everybody else know what was going on. And, you know, spent almost 2 weeks in the hospital went through that process, and now I started chemotherapy. And after the operation, I thought, they told me, oh no, it's stage 1 cancer, and we're going to remove the tumor. It should be a lot better. But unfortunately, after they removed the tumor, they removed a third of my lung, and then they removed some lymph nodes. They found that the cancer had spread, and now it had been, upgraded to a stage 3 lung cancer, which was just a step below 4. And once you get to stage 4, there's, basically you got 6 months to live. So the doctor said, we're going to put you in an aggressive chemo process, and then we're going to go through other, therapies, immunotherapy and things like that to work on it. And they said it was curable. And of course, I pray every day to the Lord that He will cure me. And now yesterday I completed my 4th chemotherapy session. During that time, I've had a bunch of people reach out to me, and they have, when they found out after my video and after I returned from the hospital, Greg Miller, Midlife Sports, created Team Orlando. And Team Orlando was made to basically pray for me every Wednesday. So every Wednesday, we have a prayer session, kind of a Zoom session where everyone, that can join will join. And Team Orlando is comprised of over 20 YouTubers and a couple of non-YouTubers that have decided to join us. And I really haven't said anything about this because, I like to keep my life pretty personal. But these awards are great, but the best thing about these awards are the people. And I just want to give shout outs to these guys here who have taken the time to pray for me. And I know many others have too that are not on this list because, again, I didn't broadcast it. I didn't make it a big deal. These are just people that decided on their own to go ahead and do that. And I just want to thank them personally for Team Orlando. And we did a prayer on Wednesday like we do every single Wednesday, whether I'm doing chemo or not. A lot of these guys, they don't go on every time and join me on every prayer session, but when they can, they do. So I just want to go off and personally thank these guys and let you know the community is just an incredible community. It's more than what you see on video. It's things that they do behind the scenes. And these are behind the scene things that nobody has known about except this small group. So I want to thank Greg from Midlife Sports, Mike, Baseball Collector, Ash from Legacy Cards, Mike Petty, Lou Rock TV, John Mangini Collection, Tony Southern Collector, Darren Return to Collecting, Dan's Vintage, Dylan Double D, that's Lou from New York, he's a good friend of mine who works with Sammy, Mike, Junk Wax Hero, Coach Miller, Adam, Vintage Sanctuary, Adam, Splendid Sports, Jake, Wax Pack Wisdom, John, 3D80s Kids, Theo, Clemente Collector, Mookie Chilson, and more. All of these guys are on Team Orlando every Wednesday for my prayer session. And that, to me, is more important than any award that I could possibly have, because these have become lifelong friends, plus many, many others. I can go on and talk about people that have, texted me almost at least once a week. Leighton from Just Collect, my good buddy Don and Vinny, the football collectors, they don't have channels. Dean from West 238th Goodman. I could go on and on and on. Phil Gary and Caesar, these guys, Cuban collectors, these guys text me at least once a week. And, to ask about me and ask how I'm doing. I get a lot of guys that are not even on YouTube. The dealers, from the card shows, John, Mark Dubner, God, it's just all these guys, and it's just one of those things that it has made my recovery so much better and easier, because these guys deserve these awards. That's where these awards come from the behind the scene guys that not only are voting for me for these awards, but that have become lifelong friends. Jake Lynch's Never Die. I mean, I could go on and on and on. All these guys on YouTube are some of the best people in the world, and they're all God-fearing people. They love the Lord as I love the Lord, and I believe that these prayers have truly helped me get through this process. So currently, I just finished my 4th chemotherapy session. Everything looks good. A little tired today, but next week I'll go see the doctor. He'll take a look again and see how it's working, and do some more tests and see how what stage I'm at. Hopefully I'm not in stage 3 anymore, so I'm hoping for that, and I can get back to my normal life. But after this process, what's scheduled is immunotherapy, and that is a immune booster that they have created. And it's a funny thing, because when I went to the National, I ran into one of the guys from Merck, a good friend of mine that has bought cards from me in the past. And I didn't know anything about him, but he's one of the head guys at Merck, and he's one of the ones that sells the drug Keytruda, which is what I'm looking to get. And he was able to talk to me a little bit about that drug and how helpful that is in recovering this cancer situation. So, God sent me him. I didn't really know. I happened to meet him in the lobby of Lowe's, and he introduced me. I had talked to him many times on the phone, but I didn't really know him, in person, and treated me to a nice dinner and talked to me about this process. And it was a godsend, because he made me feel more comfortable about this. And so many other people have contacted me, from Carl from Australia, and I could go on and on and on, but I could tell you there's probably been about 100 people from just people that are just subscribers to my channel that have contacted me. I had one guy that left me a message and said that he was I didn't even know he was a doctor. He was a specialist, lung cancer specialist, and he's one of my subscribers. And he said that if I had needed anything, I can get to him, contact him. So this community is much more than these awards that you see here. It's a personal thing with me, and it's made my faith in the Lord much stronger than it's ever been. That's what this process has done for me. And it's brought me all these great friends that have become lifelong friends. So I want to thank everybody today that has, seen my channel, subscribed to my channel, whether they vote for me or don't vote for me. That doesn't really matter to me. I just want to let everybody know that I'm doing well. I'm recovering. I'm going through the process. It's probably going to be another year-long process before I get through this. But, the awards are important, but the people in this hobby are the most important thing in this world. And, Scott from Reindeer Studios that did that painting for me of Martin Dihigo and is donating the proceeds from the card to cancer research. He's one of the best people in this community. And I encourage you guys to go purchase one of those Martin Dihigo cards from Reindeer Studios to help solve this horrible disease of cancer. So for me, even though I have cancer, the cancer has made me a better person, has increased my faith in the Lord, and has improved my life tremendously. So from a negative to a positive, I've made more friends than I've ever had in my life, and I'm literally happier than I've ever been in my life, even though I have cancer. So guys, I just wanted to share this with you guys, give you an update, and let you know that there's more to YouTube than just cards and, and awards. It's all about the people. And I want to thank every single one of you guys that have ever watched my videos, that have ever commented, ever contacted me, or even said hello at a card show. I just want to tell you guys, I love you all. I'm going to recover out this. I got this. I'm going to be okay. And I trust the Lord to remove this cancer from my body. So thank you again, everyone. I love you all. And I just got to say that this community is amazing. Thanks for watching, guys. It's Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and I'll show cards on the next one.